The polls close about an hour and a half from now, and we're keeping an eye on polling places across Northeast Ohio.
We have team coverage tonight across the state, really, with our reporters covering the major races and issues. But we begin with problems at the polls today after thousands of voters in Geauga County were told they had to use provisional ballots.
Danielle Serino here with details on what happened and why. Good evening, Danielle.
Hi, Russ. Well, first, let me explain what a provisional ballot is for those who don't know. They're used if a voter's eligibility is in question. The voter can still submit a ballot, but it won't be counted until election officials can verify that they qualify. And that's usually done after the actual elections. So the voters that were affected today were none too happy. Not a good start for some voters in Geauga County. They showed up to cast their ballots and were told, Houston, you got a problem. We found out about it after receiving this email from a husband and wife who say when they arrived at the polls, they were told they had already applied for absentee ballots. They claim they hadn't, and that's when they learned they had to vote provisionally. They say the Board of Elections told them its vendor marked people as absentee when they were not. Dorothy Stang, the director of the Geauga County Board of Elections, told us they only found out about the problem this morning, and poll workers were told to call the board office to make sure those voters hadn't already cast absentee ballots. She said board employees are going from polling to polling place to make sure the records were corrected, and the issue should be fixed by this afternoon. They have their work cut out for them. The BOE said about 2,000 of 16,000 registered voters were affected by this issue. I'm thinking that little one wasn't affected. But we have somewhat good news. We spoke to the BOE at 4:45, and they say the problem had been fixed and voters no longer had to cast those provisional ballots. For those who voted earlier in the day, though, their ballots do remain provisional and will not be counted until after the election, Sarah.
Okay, we'll keep an eye on that. Thank you, Danielle.